So hi everyone, welcome back to the hedging strategies for commodity derivatives class. So we have in the previous class discussed about the commodity derivatives, a brief introduction relating to the commodities derivatives market, how it functions and why these commodity derivatives are very important, who are the users of the commodity derivatives. These were the concepts that we have discussed in the previous class. And we also have considered one example, gold commodity derivatives. How these gold commodity derivatives can be used to hedge the risk in change in the price of the gold. That concepts we are going to discuss in this class with some examples. So hedging strategies can be applied with the help of futures and options. So futures and options are the derivative contracts with the help of which we can hedge the price risk of the change in the gold. So how this is applied, that we will discuss in today's class with some examples, right? So this I tell you that a continuation class to the one which we were learning in the previous class. I have with me a hypothetical example to make you understand how this futures contract is used to hedge the price risk in the gold commodity. So there is a company called as GoldX, a company in the jewelry design business, has been competing in the overseas market. Its designer jewelry has a steady but growing market. To develop its market share, the management has realized that it needs to price its designer products competitively. In the past, the company resorted to buying and storing gold bars. So there is a company called as Gold Box, and this company is making of gold jewelries and selling in the international market, and it want to compete itself in the international market and want to produce more and sell more and want to improve its business. Now in this process, how it can able to hedge the risk, that's very important, because gold prices are subject to changes. It will not be constant. We have seen in the previous presentation that what is the reason why the gold price is going to change. Now with this company Gold Box, how it's going to hedge its risks so that it can minimize the loss that it gets with the change in the gold prices, and how it can effectively increase its business, that we will see in this example. Now on 1st January, Gold Box, a company in the jewelry design business, enters into a contract to deliver finished designer jewelry after 3 months. So this example, please try to understand very clearly. This company has entered into a contract to deliver designer jewelries. Maybe some customer is there. To him, he want to deliver the designer jewelries after 3 months from now. Now this is January, and after 3 months, it will be a March. Based on the experience, the company has put together the following facts and observations. As this company is in the business, this gold business for a quite long time, it has a lot of experience relating to the changes in the prices of the commodity, and with respect to many aspects, it has an experience. The selling price of the finished product and gold content in these products cannot be altered. Now here the selling price has been locked. Now it has come into a contract with the buyer that I'll sell you or I'll deliver you the designer jewelries on March at the fixed price. The fixed price now, the price with which they are entering into a contract on 1st January. That's the fixed price. It's not going to change. What might going to change? The price of the gold. It's going to change in the month of March. So that risk he has to contain, that risk he has to stop. How he do that, we will see. Raw material bars will be required for actual use in the mid. Okay, so he is going to suppose to deliver the jewelry, and for which he uses the raw material. Raw material, the gold bars, and that he is going to use. Okay, in the mid March, because he is going to supply that gold jewelry by the end of March. So risk of change in the price is perceived. That's the reason why he is entering into a futures contract. Estimated requirement of the consumption is 80 kgs per quarter, and the going long. See, what he will do is he has now decided that yes, he has to sell the jewelry to the buyer, and in the month of March he is going to sell the jewelry, and for which he is entering into a contract. The price has been locked, but there is a change, but there is going to be a risk of change in the price of the gold in these 3 months time. So what he has to do is he enter into a long position. So the meaning of long position is he is a buyer. He is a buyer of the gold right? So that is the meaning of long, taking a long position, right? So going long is buying the futures contract. So when he go long, and if the price changes, if the price increases or come down, how he is going to hedge the risk, or how he is going to save himself from the price risk, that is explained in the in this particular example. Okay, so when he takes a long position, and if the price rises, so he has taken a long position, that is he will enter into a contract as a buyer of gold in the month of March. Okay, and suppose if the prices in these 3 months, if it rises, how he save himself from the rise in the prices, that is given in this example. Let us see this example very clearly. So here it is given, the first box, it is given the details, right? So on 1st January, what he has to do, he has to buy the gold futures contract. On 15th March, he has to sell the gold futures contract, because as it is given in the example that he requires gold in the mid of March, because with that particular gold, he has to make the jewelry and has to deliver it to the buyer. So that's the reason on 15th he has to sell the gold features. And then what he has to do, as he sell the gold features, now he is not taking the gold delivery. He is entering into a contract, okay, as a buyer by taking a long position. And on 15th he will take an opposite position, that is squaring off. We call in financial jargon as a squaring off. So as he takes a short position, that what happens is he will exit from the contract, right? So that is buying and selling will be done on 1st January and 15th January. And with the money that he received on 15th January, he is going to buy the physical gold from the market. With that, he has to make the jewelry and supply it to the buyer. Now, what is that hypothetical price? Let us assume that as per his assumption, if the prices rises, what is going to happen? On 1st January, the spot rate is the price at which the buying and selling of the gold takes place. That's called as spot rate. So on 1st January, the spot rate is 57,555, and the gold futures price is 56,780. The meaning of gold futures price is, that is, if we enter into a contract on 1st January, if he enters a futures contract on 1st January, what it means that he will buy the gold from the supplier at what price? 56,780. Okay, that is the meaning of the entering the gold futures contract, right? As a buyer, or we also call it as taking a long position. On 15th March, suppose on the date when he want to exit from this particular futures contract, if the spot price of the gold is 60,700, that is as per this particular assumption, that is if gold price rises, and accordingly if the price has risen from 57,555 to 60,700, and if the gold futures contract price on that day is 60,225, how he is going to benefit as he enter into a futures contract is given here. So in the futures market, what the buyer will do on 1st January, he will buy, okay, he will take a long position, that is by buying the gold, and how much it is buying? 10 grams of gold is buying 56,780. On 15th March, he will take a opposite position by selling his gold for how much? Because the market price, if he enter into a contract, at what price he has to enter? 56,780. When he want to exit from the contract, at what price he has to sell? On 15th March, what is the price? 60,255. So he is buying the gold at so and so price, and he is selling on 15th March at so and so price. The difference between these two, that is 60,255 minus 56,780, is his profit. Okay, so how it will be his profit? Because as per the contract, he has to buy the gold at this price. And if he buy the gold at this price and immediately sell in the market at this price, definitely he will get the profit. And that profit is 3,475 is his profit. So when he exit from this contract by selling his futures gold, now what he has to supposed to do as a gold jeweler, he has to buy the gold, actually gold bars, from the physical market, that is the spot market. So what he do is, because he has to make the gold jewelry, so what he do is he buy the gold jewelry on the 15th of March at 60,700. So this is what he has to do. Now when he do that, what is his benefit, that we will see now. So actually, as per his expectations, the prices has increased from 57,555 to 60,700, right? So if he might have not bought the gold on 1st January, and if he might have not entered into a futures contract, he might have incurred a loss because the gold price has increased. But as he has entered into a futures contract, he was benefited with a profit of this much. And what else? So he is buying the gold in the market on 15th, that is on 15th March for this much price. From this price, we have to subtract his profit to get this particular net purchasing price for him. So what is his net purchasing price? So the price which he has paid on 15th March minus the profit which he has incurred through futures contract, that will be his net purchase price. Okay, so this is the price for which he is getting the gold, 80 kgs of gold, right, at 10 per gram. Okay, 10 grams of gold is 57,225, and his contract, as per his contract, he has to buy 80 kgs because he has to make gold jewelry. So the net effect is, this is the price which he is buying 10 grams of gold. So otherwise, if he had bought it on 1st January, this might be the price which he might have bought him. He got a benefit of nearly, I can tell you that 57,225 minus 57,225. Okay, so that will be his benefit. Here it is given, 57,555 minus 57,225. This is per 10 grams. So actually he is buying 80 kgs. Total net effect is he is saved with how much? 26 lakhs 40,000. Okay, so this is the benefit that he is going to get by entering into a futures contract. And okay, even if price rise or if price falls, no matter, even if price rise or price falls, he is going to get benefit with this particular futures contract. So how it benefits when price falls is, it is given here like this, right? So if price falls, what happens? So if he thought that price will rise, but if suppose price falls, what happens? Here, see, on 1st January, he entered into a contract by buying the gold futures, and then on 15th March, same, he is going to sell the gold futures contract, and he is going to take a physical delivery of the gold in the spot market. So what if the price falls? See, price is now, it is falling from 57,555 to 55,985. The price is falling. So he thought that price rises. It's not necessarily that the price has to rise. Sometimes the price may also come down. If the price comes down, now how he is going to save himself? Through these particular futures contract, gold futures contract. It's given like this. On 1st January, he has to buy the gold at this particular price. This is the futures price. On 15, he has to take an opposite position by selling this futures contract at which one price? 55,335. And what will be the net effect? He has to suppose to buy at this price, but the price has fallen, with which he will get a loss of how much? 1,445. He has to suppose to buy the gold at this price, but the price has fallen, with which he get a loss. And what will be his loss? 1,445. And he got benefited. What is that he got benefited? If at all he buys the gold in the market on 1st January, he has to buy it at this price. But now on 15, the price has came down. So he got benefited. Yeah, he got benefited. So from this benefit, we have to subtract these loss. Sorry, we have to add this loss. So to this particular benefit, how we calculate the benefit, right? So to this price, if we add the loss, we will get the net purchasing price. Okay, so the net purchasing price, these particular net purchasing price on 15th March, it is even less than the price if he buys it on 1st January. So in this way, he got benefited even if the price falls. So in both ways, even if price rises or even if price falls, he is in a safer side. That is the meaning, or that is the concept called as hedging. So hedging is an activity wherein you want to safeguard yourself from the increase or decrease in the price rise of the particular commodity that you are supposed to buy it in the future. That is the meaning of hedging. So hedging, through the hedging activity, one can save himself by with the change in the prices. So that we have seen with this particular example. In this example, the buyer has taken a long position, thinking that the prices may rise in the future because he requires the gold in the future after 3 months to make it as a jewelry and want to supply it to the buyer, for which he has entered into a contract by locking the price. So that has happened here in this first scenario. Now you take the second scenario, second situation, wherein a jewelry designer is holding the stock. He's holding the stock, and if he's thinking that the prices may fall. If the prices may fall, what happens? The gold stock which he has in his hand now, its value may come down. So if that is the case, how he safeguard himself from this particular risk? That is given in the second scenario. So here he is entering into a put option. What is the difference between a call option and a put option? Call option is you are entering into a contract as a buyer. Put option means, here I'm very sorry here. Taking a long position means you are entering a contract as a buyer. Taking a short position means you are entering into a contract as a seller, right? So please make a note of this particular point. Now, particular company called as Gold Chest, a bullion dealer enters into a future contract for protecting its inventory in rising inventory against adverse price movement. Experts have put forward the following facts and observations. Falling prices would adversely affect the bottom line as inventory valuation would fall. Valuation will take place at the end of March, and inventory has been estimated at 50 kgs. So risk of change in the gold price is perceived. Going short means selling the futures contract. Now here before in the example he has taken a long position. Now in this example he has taken the short position, and now he is perceiving that he is having an inventory of 50 kgs and the price may come down, because of which he will be incurring loss, for which he has taken a short position. This is what you need to understand. Now if he takes a short position and as per his wish, okay, as per the gold jewelry, gold chest, as per his wish or as per his expectations, if the gold price comes down, now what happens, right? So how he enters into how he uses this particular gold futures contract to save himself from the risk, that we will see. On 1st January, so he enters into a contract by selling gold futures. On 31st March, he takes an opposite position. We also call it in the finance language as squaring off. So he takes an opposite position and exit from the contract. Now what he do? So he will also value the inventory on hand based on the spot price on that particular day, that is on 31st March. Now the price, let us assume that if the price falls, what happens is on 1st January this is the price, and on 31st March the price is going to be like this, that is the spot price and the futures price. So when he takes a short position, the sell, okay, when he the businessman, when he takes the short position, what happens? On 1st January he sell the gold futures for this price. On 31st March he takes an opposite position by squaring off his position, and he buys, okay, at what price? He has to buy at this particular price. He sells at this price, and on 31st he buys at this price. So what happens here in this particular scenario is he has to sell the gold to his buyer at this particular price, right? Wherein the market price is this much. So he will definitely get benefited because he is selling at this price, whereas the price is in the market is this. So what is his profit? His profit is 1070. This is the profit. So he is selling at a higher price as per the contract. Now with that amount, immediately what he is doing is he is buying. Okay, so he is not buying, he is valuing. His inventory in hand is how much? He is already having a 50 kgs of gold in hand. His inventory valuation when he makes, so 10 grams of gold. Now how much it costs? 59,240. So this is the valuation of gold which is having in his hand, plus the profit which he has got by taking a short position. So total net valuation is how much? 60,310. So he is not at loss because of the decrease in the value of the gold. That is the ultimate point that you need to understand, right? So let us assume that if prices, instead of his assumption, okay, it goes opposite to his assumption. If prices rises, what happens? Okay, prices rises, what happens? Okay, again, he sell it for this particular price and he buy it for this particular price. So he has to suppose to deliver the gold at this particular price. Okay, so with which, as the prices are very high on that particular, okay, on 31st March, he get a loss of the difference between these two. Okay, so here he get a loss of how much? 275. But one thing you have to know, his gold already he has in his hand. The value of that particular gold is going to be increased. Earlier, before it was 60,000, now its price has increased to, because the market price has increased, its price now it is 60,600. So the net effect is his value of gold in his hand is increased and he got a minimum loss of 275. Okay, so 60,600 minus 275, total net valuation for him is 60,325, which is more than 60,000, which is on 1st January. This is how the net effect is. Okay, net value of the gold which is there in his hand, which is more than what he has on 1st January. So in both the cases, even if price falls or price rises, he is on a safer side. This is called as the activity of hedging. Hedging is to safeguard ourselves means the buyers or the sellers or those who are involved in buying and selling of the gold, or those who are using the gold for making a jewelry or an ornament. So how he safeguard himself from the changes in the price of the commodities like gold or aluminum or whatever metal it is. Here an example I have taken as a gold. Okay, you may consider some other example, aluminum or a metal, zinc. Okay, different manufacturers will be there. They will be using different types of material, metals as their raw materials in the production of finished products. So there will be a chances that the price rises may going to be happen, because of which it will have an impact on the production cost. So which they have to suppose to transfer it to the supplier, to the buyers. Okay, the buyers of the commodity, the end users. If you do not want to do it, now how they can able to safeguard themselves is with the help of this particular hedging strategies. Now we have seen only the futures contract. We have other thing that is called as the options are also there. Let us take one option contract to make you understand that how one safeguard itself from the price risk. So here, now let us take an example relating to. So now I am going to tell you about the options contract. So how a hedger is going to hedge himself with the increase in the prices, and with the using of options, how he can able to save himself, that I am going to tell you with the help of an example here. So on August 25, the spot price of the gold is 60,400 for 10 grams. A jeweler has received an order of 1 kg of gold to be delivered on first week of October. So for which the selling price has been fixed. Okay, and he would require a physical gold for processing on last week of September. So here the dates is very, very important. He got an order on 25th of August. He has to suppose to deliver on first week of October, and he require gold on September. That is 1 month time is there for him. In this 1 month time period, he has to save himself from the rise in the price of the gold. So how he can do that? That's given here. So however, the gold jeweler expects a rise in the price of the gold in the near future, against which he want to protect himself. To hedge himself against his expected price increase, he buys gold call option on the futures, which is expiring on 27th September, right? At a strike price of 60,500 per 10 grams for a premium of 600. The underlying to this options contract is a gold October's futures contract trading on 60,500 per 10 grams. So here I want to tell you about the options contract now. So here options contract, the option means a right without obligation. The meaning of option is a right without obligation. So if you enter into an option contract as a call option buyer, call option means the right to buy, put option means the right to sell. If you enter into a contract as a call option buyer, you have a right without an obligation to buy the gold. If you enter into a contract as a put option buyer, put option seller, you have a right to sell, but not the obligation. It's not required compulsorily to sell. Okay. As you have a right in the contract, you have to pay to the opposite person a premium amount. Okay. That is called as option premium. So these concepts you all know, my dear students, you all know about this, but to make you understand one more time, I am explaining these concepts once again. Okay, this particular example of hedging strategy, how these particular call option is going to help you to hedge the gold jeweler, to hedge himself from the rise in the price of the gold, that I am going to explain you with the help of this particular slide. So if the gold prices, if it increases, what happens? Now here, one important point that you have to understand here is, one important key point that you have to note here is, when you are entering into an option contract, you are entering into an option contract with an underlying commodity of gold features. Your underlying commodity is not physical gold, it's gold futures, right? Now here, trading price on August 25th is, this is the price, this is a spot price, 10 grams of gold. And futures price of the gold on October contract is 60,500. Now gold, this is the gold September call option. Now I have told an example of call option. See, gold September call option. See, the underlying commodity is what? Underlying commodity is gold October futures contract. This is the underlying commodity, right? So, and then what is its price? 60,500. Now the premium, as I have told you that, as you have an option, that is a right without obligation, you have to pay a premium. How much you have to pay? 600 as a premium. Now what is that you have to do to save yourself? So you can use a call option to save yourself by increasing the prices. So in this example, on August 25th, that is on the date when you get the order, you buy a call option by paying the premium. Okay, so you buy a call option by paying the premium. If it happens, what happens? So your position in the market is, you are not holding any gold, you are not holding any gold features, but you have taken a long position in the call option. You have taken a long position by taking one lot in the call option. One lot means 1 kg of gold. Let us take on September 25th. If as per your wish, if the prices has risen, okay, from 60,500, 400 to 61,700. So accordingly, the gold futures price is also rise, 61,850. Now what happens is, as you are in a better position, how you can say that you are in a better position? Because as per the contract, you have to buy the gold. Okay, so you have to buy the gold at this particular price, but the market prevailing price is 61,870. So you are in a better position. Definitely you are going to use your right. Okay. So we say that it is, in the finance jargon, it is in the money. So it is what? In the money. So how much you are in the money? It is 61,870 minus 60,500. 61,870 minus 60,500. This is, you are in the money to the extent of 1,370. So it is given on action. What is that action that you are going to do on September 27th after the close of the market hours? On exercise, the call option contract will devolve into the long position in the underlying gold futures contract. So you are going to you are going to use your option contract. So on that particular expiry date of that particular options contract, it will convert into the futures contract. Okay, now here see this, your long position, now it has become nil, and now it has transferred into a futures contract. Okay, that is long lot. So the traded price on, see, one day after, the traded price on 28th September, it is 69,000. This is the market price, and this is the futures price. So what is that your benefit? You are going to buy the gold from the seller at this particular price, whereas the market price is this much. So the ultimate benefit for you is 1,650. And now in this contract, as you have the right, you have to pay a premium of 600. So what is that net effect? So you are going to buy at a lesser price by paying some premium, and with this what is happening is, in fact, when you say that total money that you had for you to buy this particular to enter into this particular call option contract is it's 61,100 rupees, in fact. So 61,100 rupees. Okay, so which is less than the current market price, which is less than the current market price on this particular 20th September. Okay, so this is the benefit of the call option. This is the benefit of the call option. Now, if suppose the prices falls, what is that you will do? Simple. If the prices falls on 20th September, this is a contract, previous contract. If the prices falls to 57,900 and the futures price is 57,930, and this is the price which you have to suppose to buy, you say no, I will not buy. And what is that maximum loss that you are going to get? You are going to get only 600. So what is that you will do? As you do not execute this contract, you will buy it from the physical market. You will buy it from the physical market at a lesser price. The only loss that you are going to incur is 600. That's all. Finish. So either if price rises or if it comes down, by entering into a call option or by entering into a put option, there is a next concept called as put option. So either by entering into a call option or by entering into a put option, you are going to save yourself from the increase in the price risk. Okay, increase in the price of the commodity, or okay, either it may be gold or it may be aluminum or whatever it is, you are going to save yourself. So in this, so I would like to conclude my lecture by telling about what we have learned in this particular presentation. We have seen that the commodities prices are subject to market changes. So its prices is going to come, it's going to fluctuate. It may come down or it may go up. So what, as a trader or as a businessman or a consumer, what you have to do to safeguard yourself from the increase in the price or decrease in the price of the commodities, by entering into a hedging contract. Okay, by hedging yourself, by entering into a derivative contract. Now, which derivatives we have? Either it may be futures or it may be options. Okay, so we have seen with some examples, when you through futures contract, how you can save yourself by increasing the price of the commodities, and we also have seen through the options contract how you can save yourself with the increase in the price of the commodities. Hope you have understood, my dear students. Thank you so much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.